So now that we've got this incredibly dangerous axe, we need to adjust its enchantments, but also find some better complementary gear. And the first thing I'm going to do is once again upgrade my fighter's bindings and renegade armor, which isn't really super cheap to do, but I need it to be higher than level 118. And then I'm going to run through the soggy cave at a higher difficulty because I think that's going to upgrade my gear better. I've also put on spider armor because it's got 6% lifesteal ore plus 25% melee attack speed. That way it's going to help keep me alive. Because while this axe does kill everything in front of me, it also kills me pretty quickly. But considering this is on a difficulty well beyond what I should be doing and I'm one-shotting most things, I'm really liking this axe. Not so much the creepers. Okay, I really need to change the enchantments of this axe. It's doing a lot of damage, but I have so little health because of it that I can't really survive once I hit anything actually decently strong. So for now, I'm going to swap over to a basic unique whirlwind level 122 with leeching, sharpness, and critical hit. That should carry me through. Plus, it still does plenty of damage without me being quite so made of glass. On my first run through the cave, I got a better totem of regeneration, so there's a minor upgrade. And the reward for beating that entirely is an even better one. This current non-gilded version of the axe still does plenty of damage, but has me a lot more survivable. Considering this is still ahead of the difficulty I really should be playing on, it's carrying me through fairly easily. The second run through the cave, I got a unique nameless blade 123. And that means our gilded armor is done. And I'm probably going to put that on because the damage reduction, freezing resistance, the chilling aura, and deflect enemy projectiles is pretty helpful. Plus, I'm currently using a level 110 armor. The 124 by itself is going to make a big difference. This time I am going to add life boost to it. That way I get 33% health every time I die. So that's going to go up and up and up. But then to balance that out, we're going to reduce our health by 60%. But we're going to get an 80% extra damage bonus. And once again, I'm a glass tank, which was what I was trying to avoid, but every time we die, we'll come back with more health, so that'll probably work itself out. Or maybe it won't, but we are hitting things for about 25,000 on a crit and 8,600 base damage. We can put it to the test against these guys. I'm going to pop my artifacts, and we're just kind of going to melt them. And considering I have 60% less health, there's no way I should be getting away with this. And there we go. Item power after upgrade, 127 to 130 for my fighter's gauntlets, and same with the armor, so those just got a big upgrade. And I'm definitely going to put this armor back on to go with my fighter's binding simply because of the attack and weapon speed attack bonus. And then we're going to give some things back to the blacksmith just to pull the enchantments off them for now and give them an upgrade while we're at it. Going to cost me a lot of emeralds, but I have a lot of emeralds to spare. And now my gear score is up to 123, but if I replace a few of these, I might be able to bump that up a little bit more again and therefore get better upgrades. So I need better mushrooms, which can actually be found here in the Warped Forest, so we're going to try it. And the newly upgraded fighter's bindings really seem to make a difference because they actually got a pretty big boost of damage thanks to their little level up. So it's more business as usual. We can pretty much mow through anything without too much concern. I just want to stop to complain for a second. I've found 4 items so far, 3 of which were a soul knife. The game clearly wants me to have a soul knife. And no mushroom. This could be kind of amusing in itself. When it's activated, your next few attacks cause mobs to explode for 11,500 damage. Plus, it does only have an 8-second cooldown, so I think I'm actually going to try that in place of my gong for now. And then super annoyingly, I'm going to run through high block halls because I want either a love medallion or a mushroom. But also, let's try this new smasher thing. Alright, well, I'm sure it had some damage in there somewhere. It's a little bit hard to see because we attack so fast, but I'm sure it's great. And it'll probably be good for guys like this, who are very strong at the best of times, so when they're enchanted, they're going to be extra hard to kill. But I think we're up to the task. One painfully annoying run later, and we didn't get what we wanted. And something amusing at the luxury merchant right now, we have 2 uniques and they're both the same. So I'm going to run through Archhaven really quickly because I'm pretty sure it's fairly short itself. That wasn't so painful, but we need to see what we're going to get. Wonderful wheat. Absolutely not what we wanted. But my other gear is now done, so my armor, my gilded rare armor, is now level 127. My other whirlwind hit 128, and my armor that I don't really care about, 128. Since I'm getting tired of searching for mushrooms and the other thing, we're gonna try and find an item. And I did look into this in a very, very small way, and I understand that if I offer the Maulers and mystery armor, the boss it could take me to can get me gilded fighter's gauntlets, fighter's bindings, and that's exactly what I want. So if I add 6 out of 6 points to that, we have a 91% chance of finding him, and hopefully 2 or more times. So I'm basically going to roll in just like this. I like this mystery armor. This is the one that gives me potions. I'm going to sacrifice it for now because I don't care. And I'm going to go a full 10 powers over what they recommend, simply because those ancients can destroy you very easily no matter what. Now I just have to hope to get obscenely lucky and find the ancients, and then get even luckier to have them drop the fighter's bindings, and even luckier for them to have the proper enchantments on them. That's probably like a 1 in 14,000 chance. chance, but I've got time. Plus my upgraded gear should make it very easy to pretty much walk through all of this. Everything dies pretty quickly and it's not going to be too much of a challenge. Finally found my first ancient area and this is looking right. It's supposed to be the mushrooms. So now what we gotta do is hope for some incredible luck. Where are they gonna spawn? Gotta get to them like right now, otherwise they're probably gonna kill me. Oh wait, what did... Something dropped that was rare and gilded at least. Dual crossbows, so not necessarily great. That does come with a built-in rolling makes next attack stronger though, and that is a pretty good one. But I don't like dual crossbows. But as far as I know, the golden cow is the one we need to kill to potentially get the fighter's bindings, and I would really like a gilded version of those. Disappointingly, we died, but also the second ancient cave we found was not an ancient cave at all, but it is going to give me some gold, so at least that's something. I did find another mushroom area, so it was worth the cost of entry. No matter what we get, at least we did have 2 opportunities to find what we wanted from this idiot. I feel like he was stronger this time around. There's something on the ground. I can't really see what it is. It doesn't look like fighter's bindings though. It is, again, dual crossbows. This one has spawns poison clouds. And we get a 3rd attempt on the same run. I mean, it could really only give me the crossbows so many times before it has to give me something better, right? Yeah, once again almost killed me. I'm not sure what's lying on the ground. It's armor though. It looks like unique. Nope, it is just ghostly armor. Rare gilded ghostly armor. Briefly gain ghost form when rolling. 30% chance to negate damage, which is interesting, and deflect enemy projectiles. So it's kind of a safe armor, but I don't want it. Found another cave, but it is just a gold cave. I think I found the end. We did not find our gauntlets. At least not yet. 17 million damage down over the course of that entire level. But Dummy here does now have 2 of his items unlocked. He even has a deal on one of them. I can restock for only 10 gold. So for 10 gold, we can potentially find what we want. 10 gold is a little bit expensive, but that's a free roll. Oh, but then each restock after that costs a little bit more money again. So we'll maybe re-roll just once, just kind of for fun, just because I'm desperate. Rapid crossbow, not at all what I want. So let's see if I can use some combination of items to get our friend the mushroom back. If I give up these items, with the unique being frost armor, it does give us the frost warden, but it's not the frost warden we want, and you might have to give a unique item to get a boss to spawn. I do have one more set of maulers I could give up, and I think it's the symbol that looks like this. That's maybe the one we need, so the dancer's sword might also be able to spawn the right boss. But it looks like I might also need a set of mystery armor just to make that happen, so I'm gonna go find some mystery armor. And I'm basically gonna use my speed gear to run through it, because it's gonna be much quicker this way. Plus this quick little run does lead me to a very secret obsidian chest, so I'll potentially get good stuff out of here. Although I didn't this time. But actually for the amount of time this little run takes, I find a lot of chests. I did find a set of mystery armor, not out of a chest, but just off a random mob. Okay, so I can make the mushroom boss spawn without any uniques. It takes a mystery armor, plus whatever gives you this little squiggle symbol. But if I use all these, I basically have a 1 in 3 chance to spawn the mushroom boss, and that's not good enough for me. So if I actually take the other items away and use just these 2, I get the mushroom boss only. And that's exactly what I want, because he's the only one I want to kill right now. I just need max amounts of him, so another 6 points spent. Let's go see if we can find him some more. Found my first mushroom area. So with just a little bit of luck, this will have exactly what we want without killing us. I think it was just a rare item if I saw that correctly, and these are pretty strong. Katana, rare gilded katana. I mean, the fact that it has sometimes strikes twice on it makes it pretty good all by itself, but it's not even close to what we're looking for. Hopefully this gives us what we want. It's just died. I can't even see the item sitting there, so hopefully that means it's what I want. Oh, it is gauntlets. Oh, they're rare though. That's too bad. If they were unique, they probably could have been the right ones. Extra damage to undead. Well, that would have been disappointing anyways. Fighter's bindings with committed would be kind of cool though, because as soon as you touch them once, you're going to do 100% extra damage. And that looks like it's actually it for this ancient hunt. So that's a little disappointing. Hopefully they respawned in with fighter's bindings though. Nope, but it sure wants to give me these dual crossbows a lot, and I really don't want those. I do want to see if he restocks if I just go in there basically sacrificing nothing. Like, let's add a soul knife. Okay, we've added a few things. As long as we get 1 ancient to respond, I'm going to go in and exit to see if that reshuffles things. Okay, I just entered and exited out straight away, so hopefully he's got new stuff to show us. If not, we did just sacrifice a unique item needlessly, which we did. Alright, well, we're going to restock, hoping for something better, because that's only 10 gold. And we got a rare trick bow, shoots 2 enemies at once, which is kind of amusing with the trick bow, but it's not unique. Restock for 20. That's probably worth it. 2 whips. both of which I don't like. So what I'm going to do now is upgrade my unique gilded axe because I'm pretty sure I can get that up to level 130 and then change the enchantments around. $1,700 to upgrade this. Probably worth it. And then we'll just quickly run Soggy Cave 3 times to get this over with. Plus the fact that we can also find fighters bindings and maulers here means we can get more chance to find gilded ones in the future. And I just realized the only reason I can't play on a harder difficulty is because I need to complete a boss mission on Apocalypse 3, so we're going to do that. Because if we complete harder missions, our gear gets more leveled up. And I kinda like stuff that's more leveled up. And even on the current max difficulty, thanks mostly to my current fighter's bindings, it's not too difficult to tear through this. And while I'm waiting for my things to recharge, I'm going to sacrifice all of my rare stuff that I found that's gilded, because I want the gold for it. And I'm not going to bother to spawn any potions or anything for this guy. He's going to die pretty quickly. This is far and away the toughest he's ever been while we fought him, but fighter's bindings make everything easy. And he's dead. He gave me a harvester and a soul crossbow. I'm just going to move on. I don't care about the cows. I want the extra difficulty. So now I can play into Apocalypse 4, 5, and 6 if I want to. I've got to defeat a boss at Apocalypse 6 to unlock the next few, but recommended power is 136. So I'm going to stick to maybe recommended power 125. I'm just kidding. We're going to be stupid and do 131. Okay, things are going about as well as expected, which still isn't really too bad, all things considered. Things are definitely a little bit dangerous, but as long as I'm kind of paying attention, I think we could probably do this. Maybe not. In my defense though, there is an absurd amount of enchanted creatures very close to me in this for some reason. Usually there's not this many. Maybe that's because it is on a higher difficulty, or I just have bad luck. And you'll never guess what we found on this hard difficulty. Fighter's Bindings, level 127. And they're actually not bad at all. They have Radiance and they have Swirling, which are the two bases that make this thing pretty much unstoppable. Plus they have a chance to stun enemies or hit twice. Hitting twice isn't really a big deal on something that attacks like 1,000 times a second, so I would probably go stunning on these. And those are debatably better than mine that are that, but they have critical hit instead of stunning. So I'm going to hold on to those at least for now. And the blacksmith is done with our super gilded axe. The power is going to be 128 to 131. We of course drew the minimum because our luck is terrible today. But that did bump it up to 5,300 base damage. So we can maybe give this a try, but we're definitely going to put Radiance on it to try and counteract that deal extra damage thing it does. And then maybe instead of Dynamo, which is really cool, we'll go with Gravity. That way you just have to sit there and swing and it's going to draw everything into die. I've liked it before, it is powerful, we're gonna try it. It's just really a shame not to use an axe like this, it is so very rare. So let's go see if we can dig up another mystery armor. So far the axe seems okay, it still feels slow, everything does compared to the fighter's bindings. I mean, it works, I'm not dying, I'm definitely surviving and killing things with a little bit of help from some healing. But this axe with just some slightly different enchantments probably could have been a lot better than what it is. It's not bad, it's very good now, but I always want the very best. The Radiance does make a big difference though, it helps to negate the damage it does to itself. And since I'm just kind of hanging out waiting anyways, I think I want to try upgrading these other fighters bindings with the stunning on them. On my second run through the cave this time, Hunter's Promise, which could actually be kind of interesting because it has accelerate, multi-shot, and rapid fire. So you could get that thing going pretty quick and you have a chance to regain arrows with its infinity. So that could be a non-stop stream of damage. And the next run, here's a Dancer's Sword. Not exactly my favorite, but maybe it's got some amazing enchantments. Nope. After that run, I did find a level 127 Gong of Weakening at the Merchant, and I'm actually going to buy that because that will boost my score quite a bit. And the gauntlets are done at the Blacksmith. They're going to be 128 to 132, 129. So they didn't boost by a lot, but they are better. We're going to try basically what I'm using, but with stunning instead. My theory on these ones is we're going to lose a little bit of damage, but we're going to be a little bit more survivable because, well, whatever we're hitting is going to be stunned indefinitely. So for guys like these especially, if I can start hitting them and stunning them, that's going to be great. Obviously, there's a mob of them, that's not going to be super great, but I can still stun them, and that's the important thing. And there's some mystery armor already, but if I was seeing that correctly, I am actually stunning things that I'm not necessarily directly hitting. So that's pretty important. If I get surrounded by a big mob, I can stun everything around me. That's going to save me a lot of heartbreak. And I have about a 1 in 6 chance of stunning things when I hit them, so that's pretty good considering how fast we attack. Things do get stunned fairly quickly, and that means I get hit less, and I kill them overall quicker than if I had critical hit instead. So let's try the hunt again. We're going to give up some fighter's bindings, and obviously the mystery armor, and then we're going to sacrifice as many points as we can. Then hopefully we get the gilded fighter's bindings. And we got the confusing woodland mansion again. And so far I don't really notice a big difference damage wise. Things still seem to be dying fairly quickly without critical hit. But this way it's just a little bit easier to kill everything and less worrying. First attempt at the fighter's bindings, and the extra stunning I think probably helped because it kept those cows pretty stunned for most of that. I don't think I even got hit there. But dual crossbows, like always. And a boring gold room. And another gold room. Found another one. I'm feeling lucky. Although I kind of screwed up the beginning of this, but whatever, everything's mostly just stunned and we're just going to power on through this. Katana. Have we found one gilded unique today? I don't think we have, but at least we're gonna get a third chance. Okay, this time I'm not feeling lucky. Maybe that's gonna make the difference. I think I see bindings on the ground, but I think they're rare because I'm pretty sure they're glowing green. At least we can sacrifice them for gold. What was its extra enchantment? Slows mobs. That wouldn't have been great anyways. We're obviously just saving up our fighter's bindings drop for when they're going to roll with a good enchantment. And another gold room. And that's another ancient hunt complete without finding what I wanted. So obviously the piglin merchant is going to have what we want. Okay, but even if not right away, as soon as we restock for a few dollars, there's a unique frost scythe, weakens enemies' attacks. I would actually consider buying that and making like a soul build with it if it didn't have weakens enemy attacks, if it had a better one. Another 20 gold, and we got the chainsaw sword. And it slows mobs. Restock for 40. Probably worth it. Still nothing there. Restock for 80. This is the last time we can do this, and no uniques. But at least we increased all of our stuff.